My dear student, now we have to talk about the formal selection procedures. And as I told you that there are a number of steps, but steps can be vary from organization to organization. But I would let you know about the formal selection procedure. First of all, there is a reception of application. The importance of giving the applicants a favorable impression at this stage cannot be overemphasized. We need to receive the applicants in a well manner. Rudeness, disinterest, or discrimination at the reception may cost the organization a good application and foster negative attitude about the company and its products or services. Whether the person is qualified or not qualified, whether he is suitable for your organization or not suitable to your organization, you have to behave in a very well manner. Rudeness, your disinterest, or your discrimination can cost to the organization. If the applicants would not be selected for your organization, he would think bad about the company. Your employment branding image can be destroyed. The image about your products and services can be destroyed. So whether you are interested to hire a person or not to hire a person, you have to behave well. Rudeness or disinterest should not be there. After the reception of applicant and its application, you have to go for the preliminary interview. The preliminary interview is also called as initial screening interview. It is always happened in the organization because it is not a good process to get an applicant and send it to the employment testing, send it to the reference checks, send it to the assessment center, and send it to the interviewing process. Always do the preliminary interviewing or initial screening before sending to the next step. So preliminary or initial screening interview may be used to check quickly on language skills of the person, whether the person can speak well, they have a better communication skills, its qualification, its willingness to work in a shift time, its a union membership, and some other basic question about their employment experience. The preliminary interview is typically brief and centered on a very specific job requirements. If the preliminary interview is scattered, if it is not focused, obviously there is no benefit of such kind of interview. So it needs to be focused. It needs to be relevant to the specific job requirement. It should be carried out in a very courteous, non-discriminatory, and efficient way so the person can feel better. The negative public relations during preliminary interview impact of discriminatory, rude, or inefficient treatment cannot be overemphasized. So you have to be very careful whenever you need to go for a preliminary interviewing. Sometimes there is another very important step that if someone is not able to present face to face, then you can go for a telephonic screening as well. In a situation where a large number of applicants are anticipated, initial screening may be done over the telephone to avoid shifting through hundreds of written applications. So you would invite thousands or hundreds of people to your organization, and it would be very hard for you to manage all of the applications. Applicants can be asked a few simple questions on phone which are relating to the critical job requirement. For example, are you a licensed electrician? Is you a qualified accountant? Are you work weekends, etc.? Or do you have a car license? Such kind of questions are very critical in a telephonic interviewing. Questions to be asked should be prepared beforehand, should be job related, and should be asked in the same way for each applicant. So whatever the question you are using, it must be very structured. It must be written before contacting on a telephone. So, and it must be job related. So you can do it in a more efficient way. If candidates satisfy the minimum requirement, then they can be asked to submit a written formal application, or they can be asked to attend assessment center, or they can be asked to attend a formal interview panel. Otherwise, you can refuse them straight away. Others can be found immediately that they don't have the required qualification, they don't have the required experience, they don't have the required license. So, immediately reply them. All telephone applications should be treated politely and with efficiency. Under no circumstances should applicants be kept on hold or told to ring back, because it would give a negative impression about your company. It would it would destroy your employment branding image. So whenever you have to do the telephonic screening, you should not put the people on hold, or you should not ask them to ring back. It would give the bad impression, and you need to prepare all the questions beforehand so you can do the telephonic screening in a more efficient and effective way.